What killed the dinosaurs? Number one!
Were you thinking it?
No, you said it.
Hey everyone, Assassin here, and welcome to another Warzone video. Today we are breaking down the top 9 SMGs in Warzone. Now, there are only 9 SMGs in Warzone, but what's important here is where they rank and what the meta build is. We're also going to be going over some alternate attachments you could use. And when I started this list, I really only expected to like 2 to 3 of these guns, but you'll be surprised at how many of these guns are actually viable. So, stick around, you might just find your new favorite SMG. And for those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome. We do gun builds, tips and tricks, and we rank all weapons in Warzone. That way you could stay up to date and beat the meta. So make sure to subscribe because I have a lot more content coming your way. Now, let's get into the top 9 SMGs in Warzone. Starting at number 9, we have the newest SMG, the ISO. This gun has easy recoil to control and a good magazine count. The way you're going to want to build the ISO is with the FSS Nightshade barrel, the ISO collapsible stock, the Merc foregrip, the 50 round mag, and the FTAC Elite ISO grip. The first time you use the ISO, it's going to be a no-brainer. It's super easy to use, easy to control, and it's definitely forgiving. However, you will notice that it's a bit of a pea shooter. Now, this isn't because of the damage per shot, but because it has a very slow rate of fire. The fact that it's slow firing means your DPS is really low, and you're definitely going to notice it, and that's why it's here at number 9.
Oh, you motherfucker.
At number 8, we have the AUG, the AUG. Now, this SMG is special in the fact that you're gonna build it like an assault rifle. At some point in time, the DPS for this build was actually the highest in the game for all automatic weapons. The way to do this is by adding the monolithic suppressor, the 622mm long barrel, the tac laser, the Merc foregrip, and the 5.56 NATO 60 round mag. This makes the gun a little slow firing, however, it increases the damage output a lot. The big downfalls of building the AUG this way is that it will be slow to handle. So to combat this, alternate attachments you could try out are the 407mm extended barrel, the stippled grip tape, and the Forged Tac CQB comb stock. It's definitely not going to be as great as having a different SMG to dominate close range. However, it is a fun gun to try. At number 7, we have the Fennec, also known as the Vector. Now, I come from a Rainbow Six Siege background and I was a Mira main, so using the Vector and seeing it come to Warzone was a delight. The way you're going to want to run the Fennec is with the ZLR 18-inch deadfall barrel, the 5mW laser, the no stock attachment, the Merc foregrip, and the 40 round mags. Alternate attachments you could use is I add the tac laser instead of the 5mW, and I use sleight of hand instead of no stock. This allows the Fennec to be a lot more accurate and have quicker ADS, as well as make up for one of its biggest weaknesses, and that's having a low ammo clip and an extremely fast rate of fire. Overall, the Fennec actually has one of the best DPS values in the SMG category, if not the best. You just have to be conscious of its ammo and how accurate you need to be. But if you could hit your shots, you're going to be melting opponents left and right. At number 6, we have the Striker 45. This is actually a pretty fun gun to use, and it handles pretty well. You're going to want to run it with the monolithic suppressor, the 400mm stainless steel barrel, the tac laser, the Merc foregrip, and the 45 round mags. That's really the only way you want to build it. And running this meta build actually makes the Striker 45 more of a primary weapon, because it actually does excel pretty good long range. Although I don't recommend replacing an assault rifle with it, it really doesn't feel like a secondary gun either. But if you want to run the Striker 45, I recommend pairing it with a Kar 98 or an HDR. Oh, he got me with the shotgun. Fuck. Good shit. That's so annoying, dude. At number 5, we have the PP19 Bizone. This gun was a pleasant surprise for me. I never really used this SMG before testing it for this video, but it actually performs really well. It has good recoil control, fast ADS, and pretty good mobility, not to mention a pretty good ammo clip. The way you're going to be wanting to run the PP19 is with the monolithic suppressor, the 8.7-inch steel barrel, the tac laser, the Corvus skeleton stock, and the stippled grip tape. I've actually found myself in a lot of situations being able to outslay many opponents, including shotgun users, and not to mention it's easy to line up headshots and keep your aim there. It's definitely a gun that'll add variety to your gameplay, and it's definitely a gun that now I'm going to have in my own rotation. At number 4, we have the Uzi. It's small, but it packs a punch. The way you want to run the Uzi is with the monolithic suppressor, the FSS Carbine Pro barrel, the no stock attachment, the Merc foregrip, and the .41 AE mags. Alternate attachments you could try out are the tac laser and the 5mW laser. Now, running the meta build like we just explained will give the Uzi a smaller ammo clip of 32 rounds, and not to mention it's not great long range. Overall, I do like picking up the Uzi from ground loot in the beginning of the match, but running the Uzi late game, you're gonna feel like you're hitting all your shots but your opponent is still not going down fast enough. I recommend trying out other guns like number 1 on this list. But the Uzi does feel unique and it is different, so if you want to switch up your gameplay, you're not going to be at a severe disadvantage with it, but you will notice it. And that brings us to number 3, the P90. The P90 is a solid all-around gun with a high magazine capacity, fast rate of fire, and a decent DPS value. There's really only one way to build the P90, and that's with the monolithic suppressor, forged tack retribution barrel, the tack laser, the fly strap, and the stippled grip tape. You could actually substitute the tack laser for another stippled grip tape in the underbarrel if you want to be a little bit more stealthy. The P90 is reliable and it's really good close range and could serve you mid range as well. The recoil pattern is actually pretty easy to control. However, everything that the P90 does good, the next gun does a lot better. At number 2, we have the MP7. The MP7 is one of the most versatile guns in the SMG category. Not only will it serve you great up close, it also covers the distance as well. The way you're going to want to run the MP7 is the monolithic suppressor, the FSS recon barrel, the tack laser, the Merc foregrip, and the 60 round mags. Alternate attachments you could use to make the MP7 a little better for range is the commando foregrip and the tack laser. I think the MP7 is the best SMG for a beginner because it has a great recoil pattern, good DPS, and a really big magazine count. However, the MP7 has always been in second place. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, and that's because there's one gun that undeniably dominates close range. At number 1, we have the MP5. No surprise here, the MP5 has been dominant in the game since its launch. Not only has it been used in the pro circuit in multiplayer, in Warzone it's no different. The way you're going to want to run it is with the monolithic integral suppressor, the collapsible stock, the Merc foregrip, the 45 round mags, and the stippled grip tape. This is the meta build, but personally I like to run my MP5 with a little bit more hip fire accuracy, and so I throw on the 5 milliwatt laser. Occasionally I throw on the 1 milliwatt laser if I'm trying to play a little more stealthy, but in some more aggressive builds I like to throw the compensator on instead of the monolithic integral suppressor, because if I'm going to be running and gunning, everyone's going to know where I'm at anyways. Not only does it have a high DPS value, so you're going to feel like you're killing faster than a lot of the other guns in the game, but you're also going to be having high mobility, so you'll be able to run around the map and flank enemies without them knowing you're there. The other thing that's great about the MP5 over the other SMGs that do high damage, it's that it has a high ammo capacity, which allows you to take on multiple opponents. If you guys haven't tried it yet, I implore you to do it. If you're looking to get as many wins as possible, the MP5 is the way to go. There is no substitute. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something today, and let me know if you guys dabble in anything besides the MP5 and the MP7. I'm always curious to see what you guys are running in your loadouts. And if you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And let me know what other gun categories I should cover, or any other information on the game. I'm open to ideas. I'll catch you again next time.